Shalom, Hess here. I'm going to show you how I study. So, just hold on to your hats. I'm going to go through a few things. This ain't going to be but 10 minutes long, if that, 5 minutes. Alright, I just want to let you see my face so you know who you're talking to, or who's talking to you. Alright. Hess here. No, you haven't lost your mind, nor is your computer screwed up. This is the programs I use to study with. I usually use 2 computers and my Bible. And what I'm going to show you here is a couple of things just to, I wonder if I could zoom in on this. Probably not. It's too much. It's not worth the effort. But you can see with the magnifier here, what I'm magnifying is, and I don't know where I got this, but it's the Paleo Hebrew, the Hebrew. Sorry about this. Well, I don't really know where I got it from either. It's just the PDF file I got somewhere offline for all of it, and I did it, and it's been through a bunch, and I don't know where I got it from now, so I can't trace it back. But anyway, Paleo Hebrew. I'm sure you can look it up online. Probably punch in Greek Septuagint. Anyway, Paleo Hebrew, modern Hebrew, the transliteration of it. We're in Genesis 22, verse 24 right now, because it's the last verse in the Torah portion for the week. And then you got the English version, his concubine whose name was. Then you got the Greek Septuagint translation of it right here. Its translation. So you've got a lot of information right there. Then you got this. You really can't tell what I'm going to do with it, but it's really cool. Let's pick the last name, verse 24, Makad. That right here. Makad. It's Moke up here. Anyway. Okay, strong notes. There's a strong for it. From H460, Depression, Makath. The name of a place in Syria, also of a Mesopotamian, of 3 Israelites and 4 Israelitesses, and 1 Syrian. Woman also see 1038. Okay. Well, normally I don't have a computer recording you, so if I do, you're on the other side of me, not during my actual things. Anyway, you have that there is, boy, I wished I could make it big enough you could see it. There's no way. It is scripturesforall.org, I believe, and it'll come up with a little white box that has 4 characters in it. If you know any Hebrew at all, or any Greek, they're on top. Okay. You have Hebrew, Greek. It's just a little white square with 4 emblems on it, and a leaf and a tav. Okay, Alpha and Omega. On the little squares. Anyway, it's real short. All you get out of it, you download it, and then you download the concordance, and that's all you get. But it is really fast. It's really good. It helps. You can just look up anything. You know, these 8. You know, 8. Feminine. Apparently through the idea of plumpness, a cardinal number 8 as a surplus above the perfect 7, also as an original 8th. Translated in the King James Version, 8th, 18th, or 8th. Now, switch over This guy here. What am I doing? Right. I want to bring up that guy. This is what I usually have up here. Hopefully you can see enough of it. I know you can't read it because it's actually hard for me. Sometimes I have to use a magnifier on it too. Because it is very small. This is all of chapter 22. You'll note that it has the these little divisions in there. These are the Strong's numbers attached to the side of it. Whereas on this one here, they're attached all in a column. Either way, the reason I like this is if there's the magnifier. I know you can't see what I'm saying, but what it's doing is that line that goes across there, it's magnifying it. Each one of those little dots that you probably see on there is a different type of, say, book. This is Greek to Hebrew. Okay, you can change that all around so you can find out. You have Hebrew to Greek. You have, this is one that I'm using right now, which it gives you the names. So that was the last one I looked at. Yeah, it's right over here. Now, here, you find the last one again on here. So I changed it. Let's go with that. There it is. Now on here, the last one is depression. They're all 4601. Okay, but this is actual meaning of the name is like Avraham. Okay, the father of. Well, this is pressed down, worn, or fastened. Now, just the actual definition, as if you looked up the word, okay, is the name of a place in Syria. I already read that, Mesopotamia and all that. But you get the idea, I hope. That's what we're. But anyway, you go through each section. I know you can't look up every word. I spent since 2 o'clock this afternoon. It's now midnight. Just to let you know. So yeah, I've been that long just to go through just those few chapters. Okay, just to make sure before I do the Torah portion. And I'm not even going to do it on this. Okay, I'm going to end up doing it on the New Testament only because there's a ton of people that do this. Well, not a ton, but there's enough. You can find somebody online that does this. This will just give you an idea how I study. Okay, and how anybody should study. Because remember, your soul is yours. Now, the Father has been so gracious as to give you the opportunity to pick where it's going to be. If you put it in hell, it's going to end up being burned up. If you put it in eternity, see what I'm saying? So you need to make sure what you're doing is right. And no, I'm not saying works get you either one. Okay? In fact, this whole thing, this whole Torah portion talks about that in a way. But I am saying, though, you have the choice. You can pick the right side or the left side. God's side or not God's side. That's the only two options there is. You either pick God, Hashem, or no. Okay? Yahuwah to his son Yahshua, or anything else. I don't care. You can deny God. You can deny his existence. Whatever you choose, it don't matter. There's either God and his son or not. And if you actually took the time to go through the scriptures like this, not even as much as this, it doesn't, there's no doubt in your, I don't see anybody ever having a doubt. Absolutely never having a doubt. Anyway, let me switch you back to regular. Okay, instead of this unusually strange color. Alright, we're back up after the black and white section. Whew. One of the weird things is I find that the TV, which is showing up over here, you can see a little bit of the flutter in it. And it was just so horribly bad in the black and white. I found that quite interesting. Anyway, this is kind of a general how I study. If you'll note, well, you can't see it, but if you'll notice right about there, there's another computer. That's the wife's. And she does her own study. She's a genealogy specialist, but she's really good about pulling out scriptures that I can't remember. It's amazing how she does that. But anyway, I hope this gives you an idea, and it might motivate you and get you looking into pulling these up offline. And they're real easy to use. It takes a little bit of time to get used to them, but after that, it really helps. Go through the scriptures, and I do encourage people to do this. Okay, this is not all I do. Mark your Bible. Put marks all through your Bible. Why? For one thing, it encourages you to look and read at it and stop and try to figure out what you're said there, And here's what happens when you get a new one. My wife got me one last year. There's nothing there. There is stuff there, but it's not happens to be right there. Yeah, there's a lot up in there, and there's a lot more in the back. And sometimes I don't write that much, but generally I do. Like this right here. This is Isaac being offered up. You notice there's nothing there. You'd think there'd be a ton of stuff there. There's so much stuff to be about that I'm not even going to try. I'm going to have to do some kind of notebook supplemental thing or something to that. But the point is, though, don't be afraid to mark your Bible, write stuff down, and study. Remember, study to show yourself approved. And it's not just, oh, look at me. Think about it. Eternity's a very long time. You get to pick. So choose wisely. In fact, I have a little section in here. Seeing the fans running around a little bit. This is chapter 19 of the Torah portion for this week. It's Genesis 19. This happens to be the second chapter, but anyway. Verses, let me read you verses 13 and 14. For we will destroy this place because this is Sodom and Gomorrah. And for we will destroy this place because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of Yahovah, and Yahovah has sent us to destroy it. Okay, that's the angels. And Lot went out and spoke unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for Yahovah will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. Well, mocked is very poor. In fact, I can't remember exactly. I think I might have it in here, but my note on the side here, see it. Well, anyway, they made a poor choice. See what I'm saying? Just to kind of sink it in. And as for mock, I can't remember where it's at. But mockers will not inherit anything, and that is in Proverbs. Somewhere in Proverbs. Or is it Psalms? It's in Psalms. Psalms 35, somewhere in the middle. And it talks about mockers and they destroy things. Anyway, just put a little notes in there to remind yourself what we're up against, okay? You should read all of 19. It's awesome. And think about it as your personal salvation. All of chapter 19. As a foreshadow of your personal salvation. You might get a few things out of that. Anyway, just to let you know. So, for now, shalom, shalom. Have a good day.